Some big news that could impact your medical care today.
Northland Hospital announced its plans to merge with a Wisconsin-based health system.
Northern News Now's Rob Coles joins us live from outside St. Luke's for a closer look at the announcement made today. Rob, what are we learning?
Well, Dan and Briggs, I'm here outside the St. Luke's campus in Duluth. Hospital leaders indicated they plan to affiliate with Aspirus Health, which is based in Wausau. Now, leaders with both companies say they are like-minded organizations with closely aligned missions that include serving patients with compassionate and comprehensive care. Both hospitals are considered nonprofit health systems. Right now, Aspirus operates 17 hospitals and employs about 10,000 people in Wisconsin and Michigan. St. Luke's operates 2 hospitals and employs about 3,000 people. Now, here's what that means for you. St. Luke's leaders say if you're a patient with them after the merge, you'll still be able to see the same physician and use the same health plan you currently have. Now, for employees, St. Luke's says there are no layoffs anticipated as a result of this merger, and they will honor that agreement, all those agreements for employment, including any union workers. Now, in a statement today, St. Luke's co-president said joining forces with Aspirus Health enables them to expand access and better support clinical staff to reach even more patients. And today's announcement was a letter of intent to affiliate. The hospital leaders say they hope to have that affiliation process completed by early next year. Under that proposed affiliation agreement, St. Luke's would become part of the Aspirus system.
All right, certainly a story we'll continue to follow. Rob, do we know if the hospital would still be called St. Luke's under this new affiliation?
Well, officials say there is a possible branding change down the line. The example they gave us was Aspirus St. Luke's, but that's a decision that will be made down the road.
All right, Rob Coles reporting live for us in downtown Duluth tonight. Thank you, Rob.
And it is worth noting we reached out to St. Luke's today hoping to learn more about this. They said no to interviews today, but clarified that this is not a purchase.